friends, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips for those of you who are looking to start a YouTube channel. Now this isn't a how to start a YouTube channel type of video. This is just for those of you who are looking to start a channel but want some advice, want some tips. I wrote some stuff down for you guys. I often get questions about like tips starting a channel and whatnot and what advice I would give, so I took some notes on my phone just so I can make sure to hit as many points as I could possibly think of. I don't really know everything about YouTube, but based off of my own experience, that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. But before I begin, if anybody wants to follow me on any social media accounts, they will be listed in this corner. They will also be in the description box. I recommend following me on Instagram, but that's just me. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So the first thing I want to talk about is topics / your base of your channel. So what I mean by that is, what videos do you want to film about? What do you want your base to be? Make sure you just know what it is you're wanting to do with your channel before you go ahead and start posting videos, because you want to kind of have a structure to your channel. The next thing I want to talk about is equipment. So you got to look at what you have already and what is your budget. If you are someone who owns an iPhone, you have that advantage. I would definitely start using your iPhone. Now when it comes to iPhone quality versus like camera quality, it isn't that much different. I mean, of course the quality is a little better with the camera, but if you have the right lighting with an iPhone, you definitely will get a good quality video. You want to make sure you have good lighting and not in like the super dark corner of your house that is like super dark, super shadowy, no one can even see. It's super like pixely. I have the iPhone 11. I could sit it in front of this window and film and it would look like a great quality video. But that's only if I'm sitting near a window or sitting near a great source of lighting, because that lighting is really gonna help with the quality of the video. So yeah, I highly recommend working with what you have until you build a budget. Now if you know eventually you want to get yourself a nice camera, I have the Canon G7X Mark II. That's what I normally film majority of my videos with. I also have the Canon Rebel T5, I believe, which was what I used for like my older videos, but for the most part I normally use my G7X. Now this is a roughly expensive camera, and it's not the most expensive camera, because trust me, there are more expensive cameras than this one, but it is good for vlogging use. It's good for regular sit-down videos like this. What I did was I actually opened up an Amazon credit card with this purchase, so I'm still paying off my camera, but with that it helped me build my credit, but I also was able to get a camera in the mix of that. So definitely recommend doing something like that, or as I said, just build your budget until you're able to afford what you want. If you don't have an iPhone or some type of like camera, but you have a laptop, for instance, you might have a MacBook. If you have a MacBook, you most likely have iMovie already installed onto your MacBook, which will make it that much easier to film and to edit on your laptop. Just like your iPhone, if you have an iPhone, iMovie is automatically installed. As I said, the quality is probably not going to be as great as the camera, but you still have that option. If you literally like have nothing else, then you gotta do what you gotta do. It's all about building. No one starts off with these big expensive cameras, and if they do, it's probably because they got money and they could do it. And since you might be working with what you have, that also means working with the lighting that you have. If you're gonna be using any type of lighting, it best be natural lighting, and that's just because natural lighting is the best lighting. It's great. I mean, of course, as you can see me very well. One con about natural lighting though is that you have to work with the weather. So of course today is a pretty sunny day, thank you God. It has not been sunny in Chicago in a hot minute, but I'm using this opportunity to film this video. So with natural lighting, you have to work with the weather. Now if you live in a very rainy, cloudy, gloomy place, you're probably not gonna wanna use natural lighting. On the other side of natural lighting is artificial lighting. Now I use both natural and artificial lighting depending on the video that I'm doing. Amazon definitely has some good options for you guys if you guys are looking for some ring lights or soft boxes. That's if you're doing more of like a, you know, for instance, if you guys are trying to get into makeup videos and you want the lighting to be good quality, like studio almost, then I would look into a ring light, or I would look into some soft boxes. I have a ring light, I got it off of Amazon. If I can remember, or I can try to figure out the link, I will definitely post that in the description box. Or if not, I'll definitely post something similar to it. I mean, if you look up ring light on Amazon, 1,000,001 will pop up. So moving on to the next segment, I want to talk about your first video. When it comes to filming your first video, I feel like people put too much thought into it. Like, it's really not that stressful if you think about it. So go ahead and get yourself a notebook and start brainstorming. Make a list of as many video ideas as you could think of. Maybe they're not videos that you can film at the moment right then and there, but potential videos. You want to give yourself enough options to choose from. That way, for the time being, you won't run out of ideas. I mean, at this point, you probably already know what type of videos you want to create. Figure out which one you want to film first. Do you want people to get to know you? If that's the case, then I recommend doing a get to know me tag, 50 random facts about me, a Q&A, stuff like that, where you can get your audience interested and get them to know about you, kind of just introduce yourself. Or if you don't want your channel to be focused on you, but you want it to be focused on like strictly makeup, maybe do your everyday makeup routine or an eyebrow routine, something that you know will draw people's attention, something that is kind of like general. Now, when you do figure out what video you want to film first, go ahead and make yourself a small list from that big list that you just made, a small list of 2 or 3 videos you want to film after. That way you are already ready for your next video and you have 3 more options to choose from that big list that we just made, and you kind of stay on track that way. Now, after filming your first video, whenever you're ready to post it is when you're gonna post it. But once you finish filming that video, I recommend wait a day or 2, depending on your schedule. Whenever you're available to film another video, then that list of 3 videos that I mentioned, go ahead and start filming and get that going. That way you can stay consistent, because trust me when I say consistency is key when it comes to keeping your channel afloat, because your audience is gonna look at it as, oh, they're always posting. It's not like I'm gonna wait 3 months for them to post again. I mean, you are gonna have some ride or die subscribers, but for the most part, people do want to see consistency and they do want to see you posting frequently. So just to help with that, make sure you have videos set to film. That way you never run out of videos. And that's just to help you stay on track. I mean, I know we're gonna slip every once in a while. That happens to me a lot. But for the most part, this is just so you're ready at the beginning and you stay on it. So the next segment I want to talk about real quick is getting used to being in front of the camera. It is going to be a little awkward filming yourself, because if you're not used to filming yourself, it's going to feel like you're talking to yourself and you're like, it's just weird. You don't put it in your head that eventually someone else is going to be watching it. You're just focused on the moment right then and there, which I totally understand. But trust me when I say eventually that feeling is going to go away. It's just, you got to get used to it. Now, one thing I do recommend, if you are really uncomfortable and you're really shy, film a potential video that you would probably be interested in filming, and that'll just be like a practice video. You can eventually film it again or whatever, but this is just for you to get comfortable behind the camera or in front of the camera, run it back, see how it looks, see how you look. Take some notes, anything that you might be doing that kind of bothers you. Like, some people touch their hair a lot. That might not apply to you. You might be automatically ready to start filming videos, or you might just be that type of person that isn't uncomfortable with things like that. So this next segment I want to talk about, if you want your channel to look put together, then you are definitely going to want to make sure your thumbnails look nice. I think YouTube automatically sets up a thumbnail, but if you want to go ahead and edit your own thumbnails, I highly recommend doing that, just so it kind of looks cleaner, it looks a little better, and you have that ability to kind of like make it your own. Now, when it comes to your thumbnail, you want to make sure that it's visible on all screens. So you don't want the font to be too small, you don't want the picture to be too small. You want to make sure that you can see whatever it is in the thumbnail on all screens, whether it's your laptop or something as small as your phone. But yeah, definitely make sure that you can see what's inside the thumbnail. And some editing apps that I use for my thumbnails are Fonto and PhotoGrid. If I'm going to use any type of wording on my thumbnails, I'll most likely edit it on Fonto and then just airdrop it to my laptop. If I'm doing like a collage or whatever, it'll definitely be on PhotoGrid. You know, your title is very important as well. You want to make sure your title represents the whole entire video and not just a small portion of the video. You also want to make sure your title is something that can easily be searched up, a bit more general. That way more people are able to find your videos and search you up, because if you have this long, complex, one-of-a-kind title, chances are you're probably not going to get the most views, because people are probably not typing in that specific title. But you want to go for more general titles. things that are commonly searched up or things that you feel like people would commonly search up. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that you stay connected through like your social media platforms. Now, if you're comfortable with sharing your social media platforms, like your other social media platforms, with your subscribers, or comfortable sharing your YouTube channel with your other followers, because sometimes people don't want people to know about like their personal lives, but people are able to see your life on an everyday basis, get to know you more. Easier way to contact you as well, because sometimes people are gonna have questions, or people might just want to follow you. Nowadays people follow each other for all different types of reasons. But yeah, staying connected just gives you that advantage to connect with your followers, talk to them, ask them questions, ask them for suggestions. Another thing I highly recommend doing is constantly, well, not constantly, but every so often, make sure you're asking like, hey, what videos you would like to see from me? Like if it's an upcoming season, hey, what spring videos would you like to see? What summer videos? You know, school's approaching, what back to school videos would you like to see? Stuff like that. Because chances are, if you're starting a channel and you're continuing your channel, you might be getting new followers from all over the place, and you're gonna get new followers on your other social media platforms. Those are new suggestions, new ideas every time. So it's something to consider. But as I said, not everyone's comfortable with sharing those worlds, you know. Okay, so I think I covered as much as I wanted to cover. Now, if you still have more questions, definitely let me know in the comments down below, or shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram or Snapchat, and let me know any questions you might have. It probably wasn't the most informative as far as like details. These are just smaller tips for those of you who are looking to start a new channel. When I first started my channel, I don't really think I had any type of access to tips like this. I think I might have like looked up some videos related to things like this, but I think for the most part I just winged it. It was alright. I mean, I'm here now, so clearly we got something going on. And if you're looking to start a channel, I wish you nothing but the best of luck. YouTube is such a fun way to express yourself and the things that you like doing, so I highly recommend it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and comment down below what other videos you would like to see from me. As I said, be sure to follow me on all my platforms. They'll be here and they will be in the description box. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Made myself my own little note thing here. Oh. I'm breathing out the new me. So as I said, the gauze rounds or whatever, I got them from like Walgreens. They come in like a pack. You just stick them in your mouth.